Hello. How the fuck are you? I'm giving, it's not going to be a tarot scope reading. This is just a general collective reading. I was told that I needed to go back on here and provide another message. So, Four of Pentacles reverse. You've made a decision. You're no longer feeling insecure, no longer feeling guarded. Your shields are no longer up. Letting your defenses down. Finally opening up, letting go. Stop being a punk ass bitch. The saga continues, it's not over. This is all about a brand new beginning. Wanting to move forward but not seeing the bigger picture. Because once you have that clarity, that aha moment, that's when things will start coming into play. Fascinating. I've got the 10 of Swords. Saw that earlier while shuffling. So 10s are about completions. So you're no longer feeling depressed, downtrodden. You went through a very traumatic experience. This was an ending of a relationship. It could have been a death. But this is about letting go. You had to kill a lot of women and younglings to get to where you're at, but goddamn it, here you are. So I have the Galaxy card, which is the World card. It's reverse. So you do not pass go, do not collect $200, go directly to jail. The saga continues, it's not over. You're afraid to evolve. I have two aces here. I've got the Ace of Wands and then I have the Ace of Swords reversed. This is about beginnings. There's this passion, there's this drive. Now, some of you are attracted to an individual. Some of you, you know, if you're tired, this is the energy that I'm getting. I'm seeing a lot of fire signs here, but this is the overall vibe, and I'm seeing some air signs too, but this is the overall vibe that I'm getting. I'm getting some of you, you like being a slut, which there's nothing wrong with slutting it up, okay? Nothing wrong with slutting it up, whether you're a man or a woman. I do not care what it is. That is your prime directive. Have fun, slut it up, right? Right. The thing is that you can't, okay, I'm getting all into this. So you can't go to like a local hangout, like a local bar, pub, go to a certain club, venue, little hangout spot where you always pick up on people, or you always go on like dating apps and you always hook up with people, you know, and you're trying to get a relationship out of these people. Hi, mama. And then nothing happens. Nothing happens. And then you whine about how, you know, you can't find somebody that commits to you. And then how come you can't find a nice guy or find a right girl? And then when you have guy friends or girlfriends, and I'm using that as in like there's no sexual relationship, you know, with this individual. It's just platonic. And, you know, you may be interested in one of them, but they don't take you seriously because it's like, because you slutted up. You know, like, I cannot take you seriously when you don't even respect yourself. And it's one thing to enjoy sex or to have one night stands or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. You know, if you have a few, or even if you have a lot, you know, as long as you're open and honest with the individual and your partners and all that kind of stuff, and it's mutual and everything, that's fine. Nobody's getting hurt, no hard feelings, whatever, you know. But after a while, that does become boring, you know? After a while, you're just kind of doing it to fill a void. It's like you don't even enjoy it anymore because you're missing a real connection. You know, that's what makes sex so, like, just exhilarating, you know, especially when you do have that sexual connection with that individual, that bond, somebody that you love, you care deeply for. It's beyond primal. You have this energy where you enjoy sex, which there's nothing wrong with enjoying sex, take it from me. But it comes to a time where you want a steady relationship, but you're not going to be able to get a steady relationship with the same pattern, the same bullshit. I see you you're giving yourself up. And this has been said on a few media platforms, and I know even my buddy, my girl, Nevina, has mentioned this a few times before too, is that when you do have a sexual connection with someone, you are giving a part of yourself away to that individual. You're giving a part of yourself away. So I heard something. Okay, it's past. I'm seeing some of you just continuing to give away your power, using sexuality as a tool, thinking that you, like, using your sexuality, using sex as a tool to try to lure someone into a relationship or keep them into a relationship. Like, you don't have like a personality, you don't have substance, all you are is just a body that you just fuck. You know, all you are is just a fuck item, a fuck toy. You're an object at this point. It's like, who's really running the show? You or your private parts, you know? You are in fucking denial about this because look at this. See, with the Galaxy card and then with the two aces here, okay? So, you're not leveling up, you're not moving forward. Hey, Tia, you're not moving forward. There's no sign. This is just a general, like an energy reading. You're doing the same shit and expecting a different result. So you keep on slutting it up, and then you're wondering how come these people can't commit? How come you feel like you're not worthy of love? And how come they kind of treat you like a wham bam, thank you ma'am? Pay Page of Wands reverse and the Knight of Wands. I'm telling you, hey girl, never know. I'm doing a general, just a collective energy read. I was instructed by the world to come on here. So I'm being very fucking preachy right now. It's kind of insane, the energy I'm picking up. Okay. So the general message I'm giving out, okay, there's a ton of fire. You need to stop being a fucking whore. Nothing wrong with being a whore, but you're being too much of a whore. There's nothing wrong with slutting it up. We all do it, you know. Most of us do it, okay? But it's only for like a short period of time. You know, like in our 20s, you know, or like, hey, I was in a relationship for the longest time and now I'm single. Let me go ahead and have some fun. We all do it. Man, woman, we all do it. We all have, like, most of us have one night stands. We all have like flings, whatever. We all do that. Comes and goes, whatever. But it comes to a point in your life where there's less years ahead and there's more behind. And you are in your 30s, 40s, 50s. And you're an emotional fucking cripple. And you're doing the same goddamn bullshit. Where these are the lessons that you should have learned when you were in your 20s. And when you're 20s, you're learning how to become an adult. That's what all your 20s are. It's all about the struggles of learning how to adulting. And then once you get the shit out of your system, then if you choose to, you can, you know, choose to be committed into a relationship. But you are doing the same fucking pattern bullshit. You keep on doing the same shit. Where you're going to the same fucking pub. Hooking up with the same bloke. Same douchebag. Same, like, succubus. Whatever. You're doing the same bullshit. Fucking all these people. Then they bounce out, and then you wonder how come, like, love never comes your way. Because you don't even value yourself, bitch. That's how come. That's why you need to take a step back. You need to learn how to be alone. Once you step back, once you get rid of, hey, maybe if I'm tired of dating trashy people every time I go to the club or go to the bar, and I see the same fucking douchebag, whether it's the same goddamn, like, on again, off again, like, cunt nozzle, or, you know, I go to the same place and I'm hooking up with the same slut monster. We'll just do it that way. Or multiple different slut monsters, you know. Different bodies, like, they all are like a blur, don't matter. And then you're wondering how come you can't find love in all these options. Well, maybe the first part is maybe you should remove yourself from that environment. And then you got to reevaluate yourself and look at yourself and really, when everybody and your fucking mama are calling you out on your shit, telling you that, oh, I'm going to save this. I'm definitely saving this and uploading this on YouTube. You best believe it. Hi. So back to what I was saying, sluts. Okay. So you gotta get out of your environment. When you get out of the environment, you need to also remove those types of toxic people out of your life. Because if those trashy people at the bar or the club or wherever you hang out with, if they were truly your friends, they still be in contact with you. But I'm gonna bet my left fucking nut that the odds are maybe one or two might still have a communication with you, and the rest of them, guess what? They're too busy sucking dick in a glory hole. That's how the world works. That's the story of life, per Neil deGrasse tops? Neil deGrasse Tyson. Bill Nye, the science guy. I'm pretty sure it's a quote somewhere in one of his episodes in the 90s. Okay, anyways. So, the problem is that you guys are slutting it up. Love slutting it up. Nothing wrong with slutting it up. I've been told slutting it up. So, but the deal is that you need to take a step back, reevaluate, and you need to find out, why am I attracting these douchebags, these cunt nuggets? And then also, why am I still engaging into this behavior? Is it because of daddy issues? Is it because, like, I was not hugged enough? You know, is it because whatever bullshit, like I was molested as a kid or whatever your fucking baggage is? We all got baggage. There's no way around that. Okay? It's what you do with that baggage. You know? Do you want to play the victim? You know? Or do you want to, like, be above that? You know? Once you purge yourself out of that environment, start detaching yourself from those people. Really start looking deep within. Admit your flaws. And believe me, we all got flaws and we know how to pick ourselves apart. But these behaviors that can be changed. Hey, if I'm tired of people treating me like a doormat because I pull my dick out like Louis C.K. every time a girl walks by, or I spread my legs every time a guy just barely fucking glances at me, then honey, you got some fucking problems, okay? If that's what you feel like that is your only way to get somebody's attention, like you have, then that shows to me that you have no real personality, and the only thing that you're able to offer is some sex, you know? And to be fair, if I really wanted that, I'd fuck my vibrator, and my vibrator does a pretty goddamn good job. It has over 40 settings. Most men can't even do 20. So, so how about that? How about that? So, stop slutting it up. Take a step back. Take a year, and you think, oh my God, a year seems like forever. It seems like 3 lifetimes and horror years, but I reassure you, the first like 2 to 3 months, it's like you may be white knuckling it because I feel you because it's what you adapt to. You're so used to it, you know, but once you purge yourself away from it, you know, you learn to value and respect yourself. You actually start getting more in tune with your body, about your needs, what turns yourself on. You're going to also find out, like, things are going to start trickling down, kind of like almost like a waterfall, like in some ways, where suppressed memories and stuff, things that the memories, emotions that you suppressed will finally just, like, you no longer suppress them. It's like when you're washing your hair, all of a sudden that memory turns on and you just remember shit about how you were treated like a garbage bag, you know, with this person. And you realize that, you know, you're not the same person you were 5 days ago, 5 months ago, 5 weeks ago, 5 years ago. Because you're going to be evolving, and then you're going to start realizing what you don't, not only what you don't want from men. Okay, don't worry, I'll be downloading this on YouTube. I will see you, never know. So, I'm so weird. But you once you realize what you do want from your partner, whether if you have to do like a fucking to-do list, whatever it is, it's going to help bring up your self-worth. And so once you remove men or women from the equation, because the problem is when all you do is jump from person to person to person to person, hoping to fill that void, whether if you're you're a serial dater, a serial relationship person, or you're just a serial fucker, you know, a professional serial fucker, like Quagmire level, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh, it's gonna take me a moment. Okay, so once you jump from person to person, God damn it, I hate that when that happens. Okay, so you jump from person to person. It loses substance, it loses value. When you do that, this is what I remember. When you do that, it only proves that one, not only do you have no fucking personality, that you're bland as shit and all you offer is fucking sex, which, you know, you can pay $30 to do the goddamn job that's gonna last for probably a year or so until you fucking like fuck the death out of it. Or, it shows like you have no personality, all you offer is sex, and god damn it, I hate that. I just had it slipped out again. And it shows that you make men and or women the center of the universe. That's what I was trying to say. You make them the center of your universe. That is bullshit. I don't know why you need to do this, but you don't. You don't. They're not the center of your universe. You should never make no man or no woman the center of your universe, because one, you should never rely on a fucking individual. No matter how long you've been with that individual, no matter how long that person's been in your life, it doesn't matter, friends or family or whatever, people could always turn their back against you. They can go ahead and steal your identity. They can go ahead and fuck your spouse behind your back. They can rob you blind. They can do a whole bunch of horrible, evil shit, right? Or sometimes you guys just have a falling out. Nobody does anything crooked. It's just you have a falling out because whatever, different personalities and different strokes for folks and all that garbage, okay? So you're making them the center of the universe, and when they bail, and believe me, they will, all you have is you. You have to rely on you. You have to look at yourself in the mirror, and you have to love yourself. And I know that you don't when you jump from person to person to person to person. You don't. You don't. That's the reality here. It's very toxic behavior when you're doing that, because it shows that you have no fucking life, okay? Because, like, what is your hobbies? Like, going on the internet, watching, like, Netflix or Hulu? You got maybe a pet or two? Wow, that's not really a life, you know? What hobbies, what interests do? Do you go out, like... So it's like, if all you do is hang out at a fucking bar, it's like, hey, what are your hobbies? Oh, I hang out at a bar all the time. That tells me, so you spend your hobbies, you consider drinking, being an alcoholic, a hobby. Okay. That's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me. That's the perception. That's what comes across. So once you detach yourself from sex, you know, men, women, whomever you're attracted to, once you cut them out, once That's when you start figuring out who the fuck you are, what the fuck you want, and not only sexual needs, but personal needs as well. And so you're faced with you and your boring dumbass self. Hey, I have no personality because all I relied on is sex, and since I cut sex out of the equation, and since I cut toxic people and the environment out of my motherfucking equation, so I need to focus on me and growth. So if I want a partner that, so it's like, for an example, say like you work at fast food and you want to date, I'm just gonna say, like, let's say you want to date a CEO. I'm just going to use that as like a very broad generic example. I don't know why you would ever want to fucking do that, but I'm just using that as an example. So the odds are of CEO walking into a fast food joint going like, you are the person of my dreams, take you away, my chariot. The odds are slim to none, slim to fucking none, right? Right. I have more odds impregnating my dead mom than having that happen to him. But if you're tired of being complacent, where it's like, okay, well, if I want that, then that requires me to level up. So that requires me to go to school, go to training, get a job, work my way up to the top to find my Mr. or Mrs. Right, my sugar daddy or sugar mama. So you need to take a step back and reevaluate everything in your life. Quit holding yourself back. You know fucking better, because this is all what it is you slutting it up. This is all you're doing, is slutting it up. And you are expecting the same shit in different results. I'm sorry, but you can still take a shit and take a shit in a pudding cup and try to feed it to me, try to act like Bill Cosby and tell me it's yellow fucking pudding. I ain't gonna believe it, because I still smell shit, okay? It's still shit in a fucking cup that you're trying to sell me. That's like, okay, it's like you, Manny, MUA, trying to push Morphe foundation when it's gonna make me look gray as fuck, and it's gonna make me look like Skeletor, right? Right. That's what that comes across. So stop slutting it up. Take a break. Take a goddamn break. So, holy shit. I was not expecting, I was honestly expecting, I'm going to be on here for like 5 or 10 minutes. And whew, I'm feeling it. I am the lizard queen. Okay. I love you guys. Hopefully, these messages resonated with you and everything else. And, I'm going to also upload this onto YouTube. So in case if you do miss this message, you honestly shouldn't. Yeah, so check it out. Anyhow, I love you guys. I'm always looking out for you guys. I always just want the best in you. And I want you guys to know I'm not trying to make you feel bad, about your life choices, because this is not what it's about, because I've made a lot of terrible fucking life choices. I still make terrible life choices. We all do. We're human, we're flawed. It's about how you handle those fucked up situations. Do you learn from those lessons and don't make those same mistakes? Or are you gonna just be repeating the same fucking pattern over and over again? I give you tough love because I see so much potential in you, and I want you to succeed. I want you to look back like 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. I want to be able to get a message from you guys one day, contacting me, sending me a message saying I was at a really bad point in my life, whatever backstory you have, and your message reached to me when I needed to hear it the most. And I just want to make sure that I'm I give tough love because I love you guys. And you have so much more potential than you realize. I just saw a hummingbird. That made me so happy. I'm sorry. That's a really good sign. So I just want you to know, I just saw a hummingbird. So when I'm having this little dad, mom talk, whatever, or this parent 101 talk, I do love you guys. You know, some of your friends are not going to be as fucking blunt as me, you know. And some of you guys really need to hear that shit, but it's just because I come from a good place. My intentions are good. And I want you to be able to look back and have, like, you be in a really healthy, happy relationship. Like, you hella leveled up and be like, God damn, like, I never want to be back at that place again. So, hopefully these messages resonates. Thank you. I love you guys. And nanu, bitches.